Yes, mates, how's it going? My name's Lee. Welcome back to the channel for another FPL video. Today is my team selection for game week 8, and it's wildcard time, baby! So, if that's the kind of thing you're into, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Let's rock and roll. Right, mates, first up, we've got the goalkeeper and the defence. I've gone for Nick Pope in goal, and I've gone for the Newcastle double up with Trippier. I've upgraded Diaz to Cancelo, and I've got Emerson as well. Emerson's a bit of a gamble, but I'll speak about him in a moment. Nick Pope, really good fixtures, really great fixtures. Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford and Man United. Really nice run of games. And the way Newcastle have set up, I think a few people have already commented before, that they're kind of designed to allow low XG chances. So he ends up racking up a lot of save points. So not only has he got the chance of keeping clean sheets, he has the added benefit of being able to keep save points as well, to accumulate these save points. And Trippier's in there. I've mentioned Trippier like a number of times on my transfer target videos or in my own team itself. I started him and transferred him out. I probably should have kept him in, but that's just one of those. Same again, great fixtures. The difference with Trippier is he's got the attacking returns. I think they've kept clean sheets in half the game so far. He's only got 1 goal and 1 assist, but he's still creating a lot of chances, and he's still getting up. He's still playing quite high up, and against Bournemouth, Fulham and Brentford, I expect him to play quite high. I think he'll dominate a lot of the ball. Even against United, I think he'll do okay. And he's such a threat from set pieces that he's always a danger, and he's definitely one you should be considering if you are going to be playing the wild card. On to Cancelo. I've been desperate to upgrade from Diaz to Cancelo, and now's the perfect time to do it. Like, people might say that he's not a good option because he's playing in a different role, but the thing with Cancelo is just a bonus point monster, and he just accumulates bonus points. So even when he keeps a clean sheet, there's always chance of him being in the bonus points, and especially when he gets any kind of return, whether that's goals or assists, he's not guaranteed a 3, but like he's always going to be up there because of the way he plays. Like, he keeps the ball very well, he dribbles past players quite a lot, and he's just a great option. He's got decent games, Wolves and Southampton, and then United and Liverpool in the next 4. The United Liverpool games are tough. I think against United, which are my boys, I think they'll dominate the ball. I think we'll get at them pretty well. I think we'll play a similar way as we did against Liverpool. We'll hit them on the break, high energy, high press, and we'll just look to hit them really fast on the break, try and force them into mistakes, kind of like we did with Liverpool, really. And then Emerson is a bit of a gamble, really, because I don't know if he's even going to play. I'm not 100% set if he's even going to be in my team. I'm currently recording this on Tuesday night, and there is chances that he might get taken out of my team by that point. But if I do, I've only got 0.1 in the bank, so I would have to jiggle some things about to be able to fit anyone better in. West Ham, I've got some really good games. The only picture of Emerson I could find was in a Chelsea kit, so I've just sneakily put a West Ham badge just on there, which is as good as my editing skills go. So that's as good as you can get, I'm afraid. Hopefully he's nailed on left back. I don't rate him at all as a left back. I think he's really poor. But they're just desperate, I think. I don't know what's going on with Cresswell. I don't like, some West Ham fans might be able to help, and if you do, leave a comment down below of like what you think the issues are. But he's like, whether it's age or fitness, I'm not sure, but he doesn't look great anymore. And hopefully Emerson comes in, starts playing all the time, nailed as a starting left back, and they've got Everton, Wolves, Fulham, Southampton. Just really good games, and I think it's only a matter of time for West Ham pick up form. They've not played great so far, and I think it is only a matter of time before they start picking up points, keeping clean sheets. And I think it's just about Moyes being able to find out his best team and his best 11 and being able to move forward with that. So yeah, if you are a West Ham fan, please leave a comment down below, because I'm intrigued as to what you think about that. Right, on to the midfield. First up, Martinelli. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep him, you know. I'm waiting for his value to increase so I can get that extra 0.1 mil to upgrade elsewhere. So he's got Brentford in the first game. I might keep him for Brentford. I'm not 100% set on that. But then he's got really tough games after that, and I'm not completely sold on whether I'm going to keep him or not. Then I've got a couple of gambles coming up. Javid Bowen, same with Emerson. I think he's nailed on. I think it's only a matter of time before he starts banging, and it depends how well you want to catch that train. Do you want to gamble and do you want to try and catch people ahead of you? Do you want to give it a go, or do you want to wait until he hits form, and by that point it's already too late and you're catching up with people that have had him for a couple of weeks? great fixtures, like I said already. He's almost a set and forget for the rest of the season now. I think they've got a couple of tough games in there, but like his next 4 are really great games, and you can always downgrade him to almost any other 8 million mid. There's so many great options that you could drop down to. You can even drop to Zaha if you really wanted to. You know, Zaha isn't in the team. I've not even got him on bench. He is someone I'm really looking at, and he's someone I really want. I'm trying to work out if I can get Martinelli up to Zaha. I'm not sure if I can, but that's kind of my thought process at the minute. Like, I'm hoping that I can maybe even go to Cancelo back down to Diaz, and I go Martinelli up to Zaha. I don't think that's a bad move. Anyway, on to Andreas Pereira. I'm thinking of playing him, you know. The only picture I could find was him playing last season. Was that Fluminense? I wasn't sure who played for last season. Flamengo? Can't think. Let me know down below. Forest, West Ham, Bournemouth, and then Newcastle wedged in there. Some really nice games. He seems to be quite central to the way they play, and if Mitrovic is going to return, I think he's almost going to be involved somehow. He's on some set pieces, and I think he'll kind of notch up with maybe 5 goals, 5 assists throughout the season. And I think there's a chance he could get some returns within those games. All right, on to KDB. Big dog. Big dog here now. I've dropped Salah down. to KDB. Same again, got some nice games. Wolves, United, Southampton, Liverpool in his next 4. 2 nice games in those. I think he'll do well against United and Liverpool anyway. He always tends to play pretty well in these big games, and you know he's going to play in the big games because he's such an important player. So I'm not worried about rotation with him, particularly for those 2 games. Maybe not so much about the Wolves and Southampton, but he's a really good option and is a potential captain for me. I don't think he's going to get it, and I think it's pretty obvious who's the captain at the minute. Is Perma captain at the minute, innit? So, but yeah, like, he is an option for me, and he could be someone that I'm going to look at moving forward. My only issue I've got is how do I get back to Salah, because I want to get back to Salah in game week 11 or 12. Which I could do it quite easily. I could downgrade somebody, and then I could use the funds to upgrade KDB. Or do I just keep 0.7 mil in the bank because Salah's only 12.9, like in the hope of going from KDB to Salah anytime I want, really. But that doesn't seem like a great move anyway. I don't really want to be banking transfers too early. So I'm trying to plan around that, and I'm not quite sure the best way how to do it right now. So there might be some kind of rejigging about last minute before the actual game week. Right, onto the forwards, and the man who KDB's competing captaincy with is obviously Haaland, because everyone's got him and everyone's going to captain him in, and he's just an absolute monster. He's up against Wolves. You expect him to start, expect him to score, probably a hat-trick. You don't really know. He's just an absolute beast, and you need him at the minute. Like, you just need him. I'm not going to talk about him. Massively owned. Great player. He's going to score goals. It's just obvious by now. Onto Mitrovic. Really good game in Forest. And then they've got a couple of nice ones around that in West Ham and Bournemouth, with Newcastle wedged in the middle. It's his old team, Newcastle. I think he'll come back and haunt them, you know, and I think he will strike back and score a goal against them. He's just in the form of his life. He's just a bully. He's an absolute bully. And I think he's going to run right against Forest. I think it's almost guaranteed he's going to score at least 1 goal. Can he score any more? Let's find out. On to Ivan Toney. And now he's the one that I'm considering going to Isaac. And then if I go down to Isaac with him, I could potentially, same again, move some things around and then go Emerson up to like a Joachim Anderson from Palace, which I'm also thinking about. But I'm not really sure there. The other player that I'm considering for starting is on the bench, is James Maddison. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring him in for Andreas or not. Forest is just such a better game than Tottenham, and because Tottenham's away as well, I'm not sure if I want to be starting Maddison in that game. Also on my bench, I've got Danny Ward, the goalkeeper. I'm tempted to drop him down to Iverson for 3.9, and then I've got another 0.1 mil to play about with, which is always an option. And then I'm desperate to keep James and Fofana on the bench. Really, really great options, and I really want to keep those 2 in particular. I could drop James down to a Chilwell, who's 0.2 cheaper, and that combined with my 0.1 from Ward down to Iverson, and then maybe Toney down to an Isaac, it would give me 0.6-ish, and that would allow me to get to most players that I want to, particularly if Martinelli goes up in price. Then I might be able to do something there. I can't quite get to Zaha there, but it's definitely I can do something like with Emerson there. I can upgrade Emerson to a 4.5, keep 0.1 in the bank just in case. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about moving forward. So if you are playing your wild card, I'd be looking at taking out your Liverpool players, your Arsenal players. I know I've got Martinelli in there. I'm just waiting for his price to go up, and then I'm maybe considering taking him out. I'm not entirely sure who for. I've been looking at Leon Bailey. I know he's 4.7 at the moment. So if he goes down to a 4.7, that's 1.8 I've got in the bank. Almost 2 mil if I do make the changes. And I can upgrade almost anyone to anyone there, which might be a handy thing to have. I'm not sure. I am tempted, like I said, to go Ivan Toney down to Isaac for that one game against Bournemouth, and then going back to Toney, because Toney is then playing Bournemouth, and keeping Toney from there. But I don't really want to bank too many transfers moving forward. But my team for the next 4 game weeks kind of picks itself. Like there aren't many rotation risks. There aren't many kind of things that I need to worry about. Obviously, barring injury and red card or anything like that. The only issue I've got with playing my wild card now is its international break next week. Am I gonna regret playing it now? I just felt I had to play it. I had too many players that wasn't playing, or that I really wanted. Like I still had Diaz, and when I wanted Cancelo, you know, little things like that. I had 2 Chelsea boys, 3 Liverpool players. I think I could field about 8, but that was including like Andreas, De Silva, Danny Ward, and they just weren't great options. So it was either play it now, and I'm thinking my wild card next week. How similar would it be from game week 8 to game week 9? And it's pretty similar. I definitely would have I definitely wouldn't have Martinelli, but I almost would have almost every other player on there. I probably wouldn't have KDB actually. I would probably have Sterling. That's something I'm thinking about doing next week, dropping KDB down to Sterling, because Chelsea have got quite good fixtures, and then I've got that other 2.2 mil, whatever it is, to go and spend elsewhere. So that's a big option for me there, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to play it now. I would like KDB for this week in particular, and then I might do that move like further on down the line. Right, mate, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. So that's my game week 8 team selection, and I've obviously played my wild card. Let me know down below if you think I've done the right thing. Let me know if you're playing your wild card, and let me know what plays you're thinking about doing. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Peace and love, man.